Hello, I'm Rashada,
I'm Brittany,
and we are.
a woman's empowerment.
Today we have a special guest with us here to talk about some things that's happened with her in her lifetime. How she's coping, how she's not able to cope, what she's went through, been through, and overcome. We have with us Miss.
Je'Kuanna.
And what do they call you, Miss Je'Kuanna?
Well, my artist name, I'm going by Rose Gold.
Okay,
That's a pretty
that
name.
there. She does sing. She acts. And what else do you do?
Well, all my talents is I can draw, do hair, I can dance.
Wow.
I can do a lot of things. I do whatever my mind is set to. I
So,
don't limit myself.
have you done these things when you were younger? Is it something that just came up?
It's always been in me.
Okay.
It's actually fully in each one of my siblings. Like both sides, my mom and my father both have talents of arts.
When
So
did you discover your voice?
I discovered my voice at a young age.
Not in the whooping time. You whooping time. You just
No. Well, I knew that I wanted to sing at a young age because my mother was well, she's a singer. She's a blues singer. She's a star. My grandfather is a blues singer. Well, he was. He passed away. Marvin Sease. So.
Okay, girl. Didn't know that one. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been in my family. So since I was like yay high, we used to be on the stage sometimes backstage with my grandmother,
Wow.
watching my mom and them perform. So when I used to see her, I used to always like that's gonna be me one day. So
Okay.
I prepared myself at a young age that I was gonna do music more than anything. It just was my heart. Like I don't know about the band. Like I like the sound of the band back behind you. It's just it touched me. Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Nobody ever really gets to experience that as a child. So.
Yeah.
And I feel special, Marvin. Even though I've known this young lady for a very long time, and the first time I met her, she was in a play with Mr. D'Anthony Turner. I don't want to give him too many props, but Mr. D'Anthony Turner, and I watched her as she performed and as she sang, and I don't see this girl sing; she sang. You know, she has a beautiful voice. Something coming from someone so small, that voice just overcomes the room. And when she puts her soul in it, she puts her soul in it. And it's just something special about her from the day I met her that I've always ran into her and kept in contact with her. I watched as she's developed over the years that I've known her, you know, some good days, some bad days. Um, what is your dream? What is your passion? What do you see yourself doing? What do you mostly want to do? Is it the acting or the singing or is it all?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
like I don't have my passion in one spot, but I'm just focused on one thing right now, and that is my music.
Okay.
And here and there, I dib and dab, like doing hair and stuff like that. But my most that I'm doing right now is focused on my music.
Do you write?
I write my own music.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give you guys the opportunity to hear her sing something that she's written. Just a little snippet. We're not going to give you all her business because you're going to have to book her for that. And we will leave her information in the bottom of our screen once we're done with everything with her. And as you can see, she has a lot to talk about. So we will be doing her in more than one session. So be prepared for that. So at what age did you do your first performance?
My first performance, when it comes to singing, my first performance was in junior high school.
Okay.
I tried elementary, but I had a teacher that was, you know, how they hate. And I didn't know anything about hating at the time.
Right.
So she dimmed me down. I had friends who was like, she was looking for a singer. And I had a friend that was like, Quanna, go. But I was always shy. I was like, nah, you know, I ain't, But she was like, no, you can sing. So she was like, such and such. I ain't gonna say my teacher name. But she was like, such and such. Quanna can sing. I want her to sing. Like, listen to it. So when she listened to me, she was like,
Did that discourage you?
It
that
did.
make you?
It discouraged me. That's my first thing that discouraged me. And I was like, well, you know, maybe
Maybe not good enough.
maybe I'm not good enough.
Did
So
you
what-
ever talk to anybody about that?
Nah, I cope with myself.
Cope with this.
And how do you cope with yourself?
I basically, well, actually, before that, like growing up, I was bullied. So my mother taught me how to. My mother and my father taught me how to put confidence in myself and not into others. So growing up, like I didn't say nothing about the singing part. to my mom. Nobody like that, but just with dealing with anything else, it just helped me to learn and put it all together. What is what, you know what I'm saying, and how to handle it and how to let go and let it roll off your shoulder and keep moving forward.
So your mom was a big support system for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other people that's really here and backing you up in what you're doing?
My father.
Okay.
Now I do. I have friends. I have close friends that I consider like family, that supports me. Now I don't have no one that's like putting money in behind me just yet, but I don't look for it because I know I grew up with everybody, so I see everybody. We all going through struggles, and this is a hard time for everybody. So I don't expect nobody to really just be there. Just as long as you can keep giving me positive vibes, that's the most thing that keep me going. Like the money will come soon. You feel me? So I mostly look for love and encouraging and positive vibes from people more than anything, because that's abundance.
Right. Definitely.
Right. I like that. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
What do you find yourself singing about a lot? Do you sing about your past? Do you sing about
I sing about it all. Whatever comes to my mind, I sing from my heart and from my soul. So whatever is on me at that moment is what comes out. One moment I might sound like I'm singing blues. Then I sound like I'm singing a love fairy tale, and then I might sound like I'm gangster and from the hood. So I switch it up. I don't limit myself from anything.
That's good.
Because when you do, I feel like that's you can't go as far. You only go to a certain mile, and I don't know how far God can take me. So I walk blindly. I let Him take me for as far I can go.
Any kids that no kids, or no one yet to pass this on to? How many siblings do you have?
It's 4 of us.
4. And do everyone have a talent? Is everyone as talented as you?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody has their own talent. It's like 4 amigos. Like we all got a different uniqueness.
Okay.
But we are alike.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all 4 girls.
Oh,
We're
wow.
all like 4 brothers. 4 big old brothers. So, I mean, my mother, like, she really raised us to her best ability by being the only woman.
Right.
And she had my grandmother's support, but then, like, my grandmother passed and then it started getting hard. You know what I'm saying? She had her whole life changed. She stopped doing music. So
she gave up.
She didn't give up. She went to nursing because she basically, she basically took care of my grandmother when my grandmother got sick. So it made her want to go into nursing field so she can learn more. But then when my grandmother passed, before she passed, she told my mom to continue to stay in school, but don't give up on your music when you go back. So now that she's completed all the courses that she had, she's now going back to her music. So
all right,
you should be
so she's a nurse
her
now as well.
She's a nurse.
Okay, so she has one more than you asked for.
Right. So how did that affect you and your sisters? Was that something that made you want to keep pushing? Did that make you want to go into nursing, or make you want to do something besides singing, or singing and nursing? Or?
Well, my mother is so strong. She is my idol. She's been my idol, like, for everything. But to see her come from being a star to being like everybody else, a normal life, you know what I'm saying? It showed me how to be humble and how to, no matter what you do in life, your life gonna change. No matter where you go, it's gonna change in the blink of an eye. You just gotta be prepared for it, and you gotta remain strong and humble and keep pushing, not to never give up. Because regardless what it looked like right now, it's not what it's gonna be in the end. But it's all based on your faith and how far you feel that you're gonna go.
This girlfriend make me cry over here.
I have to ask you this question because I keep hearing you say your mom and your grandmother, and as Miss Brittany talked last week, I always tell people my mom didn't give me the opportunity to be a woman. She gave me the opportunity to be a woman. And everything I do is a man's mentality. And that helped but hurt me in a sense because I don't know how to be this passionate, loving woman because I'm always trying to stand in the forefront and be this man because my mom did everything. She worked on cars. She worked on a house. You know, she did everything that my father should have been there doing and teaching me, but she was the one teaching me these things. And I ended up having 4 boys, so I didn't see where I lacked in being their father and their mother because I had both. So with your mom, is that something you feel you got from her as well?
And it's like, but she made, the thing is, when my mom, I really love my mother. Like, to be honest, I'm being honest. Out of all of her children, I think I give her the hardest time.
Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the second oldest.
Okay.
And why do you say you feel you give her the hardest time?
Because I'm the one she has to stay on the hardest.
But she sees a lot more in you.
But she risk a lot for her kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, she make a whole sacrifice. And sometimes we may not see it because we get caught up in our own life and our own ways and our own wants, that we don't see that our parents are sometimes trying to protect us until we crash into what they try to stop. We're like, dang, I should have listened. But my mom has passion, but she has, from her having to raise kids, girls, she had to learn how to be a man. So it would balance out, you know what I'm saying? And then my father, he wasn't always there physically, but he was there as a voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never missed a birthday, holiday, you know what I'm saying? He made phone calls, and when I needed that father to talk to, he was there, you know what I'm saying? I could get my father's advice. So it's not like I'm just fully lacking. He just wasn't here, like, completely physically the way that, everybody want a father to be.
Right.
But me, the way I am naturally, and this is just naturally, because I've been spiritually since I was younger, like yay high. I never just really believed in a church. I don't know why, so I can't tell you that. But just naturally, I never just said, oh, church is just where you're supposed to go and get everything from. I always knew that it was my higher self, that, because that's where I was always connected to when I sit and talk. Because I was bullied, so I was always having to be alone. So,
what were you bullied about mostly?
Everything. The way I talk, my hair, my teeth. I was slow at growing on things, so I was talking about that. Like, the girls around me, they grew their breasts before me, and some were thicker than me, so I ain't had no booty. I was called, what they used to call me? Paper,
Really?
Some they used to call me something with paper. Then they used to tell me they could stick something between the gap, like swipe card between the gap, all type of stuff. I used to cover my teeth, didn't want to smile. Like, I used to hide my smile. I didn't even know how beautiful my smile was.
Right. I'm 42 years old and going through that with myself. As you can see, I have braces and like midlife crisis. I understand the bullying part because I developed earlier than most girls, so I got bullied, in school. But I didn't allow it messed my self-confidence a lot.
Yeah.
And I knew I was a beautiful person, but because I wasn't told, I shielded it.
Yeah.
So, so when your mother started to work and go to school and do all this, did you feel like being a child not understanding, mama's not here, she doesn't care, or did you go in that mind frame looking for love at all? No? Okay.
No, and I'm thankful that, see, being bullied to me, it didn't take me to where, like, most females go and they be vulnerable. It made me more stronger.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
And plus, because I had my mom and when I first got bullied, when I started getting bullied, I had low insecurities, and I was more so like, didn't want to be here. I started trying to commit suicide, stuff like that. And my mom caught me crying one day in the bathroom. I was standing in the mirror, I was just crying out. Only thing I seen was just everything that they said about me. I didn't see nothing pretty about me. I just seen everything ugly. And I was just like, why I gotta be here? Like, what's my purpose? And I was just standing there crying. My mom was like, what's wrong with you? And I was just like, I'm ugly. And they won't leave me alone. Like, I walk into school. They talked about me. In the classroom, talked about me. Teachers did me wrong. Like, I didn't understand. I'm like, it's something, like, I just really thought it was something wrong with me. But my mother was there. Like, she supported me. She was just kept reminding me, like, I don't have ugly kids. All my kids are beautiful. Then my dad, he was like, baby girl, the boys telling you that because they like you. And the girls telling you that because they hate on you. And I was like, F both of y'all, because you're just telling me this because you're my parents and you don't want me to kill myself.
Definitely.
But them voices stayed in my head. So when young boys would come to me and, like, if they gave me compliments and stuff like that, it just would roll off my shoulder. I just was like, okay, it didn't make me say, oh, and open my legs and feel
Right.
weak. I just was like, you think so? I am. Okay, you know. But I just was like, and then I think to myself, well, why I don't feel that way? You feel me? But it would make me like just fall weak. And then I became very picky. Like it just made me look at people very closely. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it really changed me. It made me strong.
Okay.
I like the way I'm thankful. I don't even regret my bullies. My bullier
wow.
is like
When you
I'm
see him today, it's
thankful.
like, hey girl, thank you.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
feel like
"Why?"
the ugly duckling growing up. Like that book became my book. The
Right.
ugly duckling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as we told you guys, we're not going to give you all of her in one segment. We're going to come back with another part. It's going to actually be 3 parts because we said she has a lot to talk about on this next segment. We're going to go into how she coped with her depression. Was it her music? Was it friends and family, things like that? And we have a very special part that we're hoping we can get her sister in, and she's going to talk about it in the 3rd segment, to share her story as well and how she coped with helping her sister. She's going to tell you about that in a little while. We're going to bring her back. So we hope you guys stay tuned. Continue to watch this. Also book this young lady because we're going to let you hear her voice shortly. And she has a voice of an angel to me. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to add, you are beautiful. You wear a crown of gold on your head.
Thank
So
you.
never allow anyone else to tell you that you're not worth what you're worth, because you're worth a lot. And as I tell you all the time, you're beautiful. And it makes me feel good when she addresses and when she sees me out, she says, my queen. And I'm like, because now a lot of women will acknowledge that you are beautiful to the next woman or commend you for what you're doing. That's great. So anything, Brittany?
I just want to say thank you for sharing your stories thus far. Like, you really inspired me. A lot of things that you said, I'm just like, my goodness, like I need to rethink some of the things that I've thought about, that I went through, and a lot of stuff you said about your bullying and how did that affect you, and how you had low self-esteem and how you've overcome that. I think a lot of women really need to hear that. So thank you so much for sharing
that. Like, how did you push forward and push through, the bullying and the thoughts in your head
Yes.
and the suicidal thoughts?
It was hard.
We're trying to end this segment, but I don't know if we can end it just yet. So, y'all, please bear with us. We don't want to get you where you get bored with us, but it's a lot to talk about because suicide in any point is not a good mind frame to have to sit and dwell whether I'm going to kill myself this moment or am I going to live another day, because I've been there. It's funny that I slit my wrist at one point, but God didn't give me the scars. My niece actually found me in the bathroom floor. The blade I had didn't actually, it just would not cut. It was sliced, but it just would not let me get the blood draw.
Right, I did that too.
I couldn't even do that right, So I said, this wasn't for me. Yeah. But I went through a very dark moment, and during that dark moment, I would always chime in on her page, and she'd be singing. And she didn't understand. I said, I was going to wait to this day to actually tell her how much, and I'm getting emotional, how much she actually helped me through a lot of times, because she'd be just singing, and I let her play, and just listen to it. I'm trying to hold it together, and she'd just be singing. She didn't realize how it would put me in a space to get through that moment that I went through. A lot of days at work, she'd be on, I know I'm not supposed to be on my phone, but I click on her, she's singing, or she's talking, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Because it's hard to go through depression and go through life the way you are. And we're so busy saying, I'm okay, and really not.
Right. And then we tell people to go to therapy, but what about when you're not in therapy after that? You only have therapy for an hour and a half. But what about the times where you're not in therapy? What do you do to cope in those times that you're not in therapy, when you don't have anybody to talk to,
Or you can't afford to go to therapy.
Right. And my thing when it comes to therapy, like, I did want to go to school to be a therapist, but me with school, I don't. So I'm just a natural therapist. Like, that's why I get on live and I do what I do. And that's why I'm more into wanting to do my music, because I wanted to do more healing that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to put my money into the government. I'm not going to run it with y'all.
Well, I always become a life coach, because that's what I decided to do. I was always giving advice and talking to everybody. And I said, you know what? I can use this to benefit myself. So I became a life coach and a motivational speaker. And I haven't pushed it as I should, because a lot of people around us in our small town are small-minded, and they don't realize sometimes you have to talk to somebody outside of your regular norm
because they
to
don't
get an answer.
Because sometimes some people will, and because I find myself doing it. Like, that's why I try not to do too much fakeness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't help, everybody gonna do something fake, you feel me, naturally. Because some people can't handle the truth of everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that, like, I try to be as authentic as I can. Because everybody, like, when you have some people that you talking to and you'll go to them for advice, sometimes they don't want to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they might feel like you don't want to hear it. Or if they tell you, it's going to be an argument. And everybody don't have great communicating skills.
Right.
So sometimes it's more easier to go hear from somebody. So sometimes you might feel like that person just hating on you because it's your friend or your mama or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Until you go and hear from somebody else. And then you're like, oh, shoot, they were telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? They weren't hating, you feel me? That's why it's good to go out to people and vent to other people.
Right.
But you got to be careful sometimes because some people will take what you say and use it against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say about the therapists is some therapists, just like natural humans, everybody got a job for a paper. So sometimes they're not helping you and they're just giving you medication. And who's to know they don't know what medication they're giving you for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't know
try and error.
Yeah. And everybody is being tested like test monkeys. So you testing it and you come back and you got another issue. And you got another issue. And you got another issue. And
There's always a side effect.
Yes. So I never felt like medication was what you need. You know what I'm saying? Natural herbs is what you need. Natural healing is what you need. And there's only one healer, and that's your Most High. You can be put on 50 million medications. That's going to suppress whatever your issue is.
Just for the moment,
it's not going to take it away. It's just like alcohol running to another drug. It's just something to help you for that moment, but it's not to take your problem away. Your problem is still going to be there because you're not dealing with the problem.
Right. And I think that's what I ran into was alcohol at the time. I was going through what I was going through. I was drinking a lot. And my family didn't realize how much I was really drinking. And when I realized one day it was hard for me to get up and I was in my home alone, and I don't tell people my stories, not even my family, but I didn't wake up like I normally would. I woke up in a disarray. And I said, then I got to stop. Like, I can't. I wake up drinking, go to bed drinking. Throughout the day, I'm sniffing and drinking. And I'm like, I can't live like this. You know, no person or thing is worth me becoming an alcoholic or suppressing my feelings through alcohol or drugs. Now, I'm not gonna say don't do just smoke your weed because that's your business. It does calm us all down sometimes. But it's multiple ways to handle things versus if you don't have trust in God, you have nothing.
Right.
You have nothing. And if you don't sit still to hear His voice, you still have nothing. Well, He's not working. He's working, but you have to allow Him to work.
And it's not gonna be on your time.
At all.
For sure.
When you least expect it, He's gonna jump in and say, "I got this." You know. So again, you guys, we will be back shortly with Miss. I'm gonna call her my Rose because that's what she is.
RoseGold.
You know, we'll be back with her shortly to go into the next segment of her life. So stay tuned to
A Woman's Empowerment. And
I'm Rashada.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm RoseGold.
And thank you for joining us today.